Hey everyone, AggroAmpharos here. Really exciting day today. This is my 100th video, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. I've only been on here for about 4 or 5 months. Yeah, 5 months? Almost 5 months, about a week from now. So, I'm just kind of amazed at myself at how fast I've been able to put out videos for you guys. And so this video is going to kind of be explaining just all of what I'm about, and just kind of thanking people for the support I've been getting and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really know what else I could do, because I did those really bad pack openings earlier today and couldn't leave you guys with that for a 99th video and then just have a 100th video be a trade binder. So I've been kind of thinking about it, and I'm just going to stick with, just going with, like, talking about what I'm about here, and just thanking, well, pretty much thanking everyone, actually. So, yeah, I guess I'll just get right into it. Yesterday, I think it was, last night, I got asked a question by BomerDX15. He's the guy that made that background that I had on my channel for a while, but getting into Christmas I just kind of took it off because it wasn't really Christmassy anymore. It was kind of dark and evil, and I wanted Christmas to be all spirit, like all in the Christmas spirit, so I made it just green and red and white and made it a little bit more festive, so I kind of took off the background. But anyway, BomerDX15, he made that background for me. I'm going to go back, no. He asked me, like, what inspires me to keep doing Pokemon videos. Do you know what? I'm actually going to bring up his message, because I can't exactly remember what he said. I have so many messages. Okay. I'm going to read this pretty much word for word. He asked me what inspires me to keep PokeTubing, because he wants to continue and even get into Yu-Gi-Oh as well, but he feels guilty about buying the cards because it's kind of like, it's pretty expensive, but yeah, he loves them still, and there's so many other things he could buy, and cards aren't really that cheap. So he asked me if I could try and inspire him to start back up again. So, what did I say? Okay, so this is what my response was. What inspires me to keep going and keep putting my money into this, for you guys, is the response I get from my subscribers. Like, you guys have seen, I've bought lots of packs, I've spent lots of money, and I haven't got the greatest pulls, but I get good responses from people, and they're like, oh, too bad on those pulls, there's no hollows or good reverse or anything, but better luck next time. And everybody just kind of cheers me up and says, yeah, it was a bad pack, but you'll get right back on the horse next time and get something good out of it. And stuff like that, when people are that supportive, even for bad openings and stuff like that, that's the kind of stuff that I like. That's the kind of stuff that keeps me going, is knowing that I have a great fan base. Like, I'm not that successful, and that's a point I'm going to talk about after. Like, I'm not that successful of a PokeTuber. I mean, 241 subscribers, that's pretty good for about 5 months work. But my point is, even with 241 subscribers, I get so much good responses from you guys. It's just amazing. It makes me feel like I'm higher up in the rankings of the Pokemon community. So yeah. Anyway, this is going to tie into my next point, which is my new format. I'd like to kind of explain that a bit better. I know, like, earlier in November, I think, I was kind of implementing a new format to my videos in which I was going to plan them out better and stuff like that, and try and give you guys more content, better content, whatever. And with that, I invented this concept of trailblazing for Canadian PokeTubing, because earlier I kind of looked into it and I didn't really see that there was like a ridiculously successful Canadian PokeTuber like there were with Poke Collection, Slayer of MCA, Primetime Pokemon, GS Kills 818, I believe is his name. And they're all like, they're Americans, and Poke Collection and Slayer are both from New Zealand. So like, we got massively successful PokeTubers down in New Zealand and south of me in the States, but Canada doesn't have that one guy who they can go to for like a constant stream of content. So I don't know if I'm just kind of giving up easily on searching for that one person, or if I'm just being overly ambitious, but I've kind of thought of myself as like, I'm trying to be that guy who kind of progresses the card game even further than it already has. Because, well, not progress it farther, because there's already so much progression and I barely know anything about the competitive game and all I am is a collector. But that's not really the point. The point is I'm trying to make a name for Canadian PokeTubers just as much as there are for Americans and like Australasia, Oceania, whatever you want to call the Great Down Under. There you go. I mean, even like there's Europeans as well. I can't remember. I know there's some good European PokeTubers, but I can't remember who they are. This is something I should know by heart, but I haven't taken too much of my time to worry about that. So anyway, what I've gotten into is just this mindset of trying to improve my videos so I can climb up the ranks and become that one successful Canadian PokeTuber who gets partnership, and then can bring you guys all sorts of amazing videos and eventually get up to that point where I have a massive fan base. But the thing is, I'm a really nice person. Like, if you met me in person, I'd be really happy to meet like any one of you guys, but like all of you guys live in the States or live in Europe or live in some other country that I've never heard of, so to speak. So like, if I were to meet one of you guys on the streets, if I were traveling around and you're like, hey, that's AggroAmpharos, he's on YouTube and I subscribe to him, and you came up to me and said, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm subscribed to you, I'd be like, oh my god, that's so nice to meet you, and I would probably take you out for lunch or something. So, what I'm saying is I want to make a name for myself. I want to make a name for, well, I want to make a name in the name of Canadians regarding Pokemon on YouTube. But at the same time, I want to stick to that kind of homegrown feeling of you can always come to me to talk to me about stuff. You can always trade with me, and I'm not going to be like have like these ridiculous trade rules where you have to do all this stuff and you have to do all this stuff and you can only trade me 5 specific cards or I won't do a trade with you. Because, like, no disrespect to Primetime Pokemon, I think what he's doing is great. He's a very good PokeTuber, he gets a lot of stuff, but when his wants list is comprised of Charizard Gold Star, Shining Charizard, Crystal Charizard from Skyridge, Charizard EX, and he will only accept those, I know he probably has every card that's ever existed, but the fact that he won't accept cards that he already has for trade, when he has this huge fan base of people who want to interact with him, is just kind of disappointing, because, like, what's the point of having all these subscribers if you won't even make the right steps to make them happy and at the same time make it better for yourself. Like, if you guys made me an offer of something and I already had it, but you were trading something away from me that I didn't need anymore, I would be fine with that. Like, I don't care. I'd be fine having multiples of things. I could either keep that in my collection, have a binder full of, let's say, just for example, binder full of Pop 3 Vaporeons. Like, I would be fine trading those away from you guys if it means you would be getting something from me that you really needed. So, what I'm basically saying is I want to be successful, and I want to stay close to home with all the subscribers I currently have. And I want to respect them because I've spent so much time in this kind of minor league position. So I would know what it's like to be a lesser PokeTuber who wants to interact with like all these successful PokeTubers, but they won't because they already have the things you're offering them. And to me, that just kind of, it's just kind of stupid. This is the most I've talked at once since the last radio program I did. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I think what I'm trying to do here is a little bit kind of, jeez. I've been away from English too long. I haven't taken English in like 8 months, so I can't remember what the word is. I'm trying to be like a visionary. That sounds right. I'm trying to be like a visionary for the progression of the Pokemon community on YouTube. Which sounds like a bit of a mouthful, but what else am I supposed to do? Anyway, so let me know what you think. I hope you guys have kind of taken this all in and understand what I'm trying to do and stuff like that. And I'm really done talking for the rest of the night. Thankfully, my brother and my mom are out of town, so I have the house to myself, so I don't have to talk to anyone anyway. Okay, I'm gonna need to go get a glass of water, you guys, so take it easy. I hope you're all having a good weekend. Please leave some feedback to let me know what you think of my direction as a PokeTuber. And keep doing what you guys are doing, because I enjoy what you guys are doing. And I hope you guys enjoy what I'm doing, because I enjoy what I'm doing. And this gets back to my point about I'm incapable of ending videos on time. Jeez. Okay guys, I'm tired. It's only 8:30, but I am tired. Okay, so this is AggroAmpharos. I am the Trailblazer for Canadian PokeTubing. And I hope you guys enjoyed my 100th video. I completely strayed away from that point like 7 minutes ago. But anyway, I'm leaving you guys now. I will talk to you probably tomorrow just with a kind of some sort of something, because I need to do something. I'm working on my trade binder. That's what all this clutter is about. Printplep says bye too.